So how do you overcome an insurmountable obstacle? We'll talk about that next. Hey everybody, welcome to Prosperity TV. This is Randy Gage with another episode, and we're going to look at overcoming adversity, overcoming challenges. What to do when you face an obstacle that it seems insurmountable. Sometimes it's a real simple fix, right? I was a food and beverage director in Raleigh, North Carolina for a while. And I remember at the hotel, we were remodeling the hotel, and they wanted to sell all the mattresses from the beds because they were replacing them. And of course, there's a law in North Carolina, like a lot of places, that you can't sell mattresses because of the hygiene issues. So of course, we sold box springs. And when you bought the box spring, you got a free mattress, right? So a lot of times it's just thinking a little more creatively. I remember once I'm changing planes at Charles de Gaulle, which is, horrible, probably the worst airport in the world to change. You got to take a bus, it's outside, it's a winter. They drop us off. We go to the door. There's like 3 people in front of me. They go to the door. It doesn't open. Next person, they're waving, they're moving, the door doesn't go. And then somebody from back of the bus kind of walks behind us and goes to the side where, of course, the door is open. They walk in, the rest of us feel like idiots, and we follow the other person in there because, we just didn't look at what was the alternative. So a lot of times we have to think differently. A lot of times we have to think about the alternative. I think of my friend Kyle Maynard. He's born with no hands, no feet, and yet this guy lets almost nothing stop him. He wanted to be a mixed martial artist. He wanted to lift weights. He climbs mountains. But here's the thing, and I don't want to say this because he'll prove me wrong, but let's assume there's something Kyle can't do. I'm going to assume he can't play the piano because he doesn't have any fingers. But if he watches this video, then just to spite me, he'll probably go and he'll play, Mozart's concerto or something, because he's that way. He just finds a way, right? We can learn from people like him. We can learn from my friend W. Mitchell. Mitchell's another guy, another one of my friends and colleagues that I get to do speaking programs with. And Mitchell was injured in an accident, burned most of his face, burned off most of his fingers, his toes. And he came back from that, right? Then he's flying his plane. They didn't de-ice the wings properly. The plane crashes. He's paralyzed. He's in a wheelchair. And you go, and if you ever get a chance to hear Mitchell speak, or if you ever get a chance to hear Kyle Maynard speak, man, jump at the opportunity, because these guys are just amazing. But I remember the thing that Mitchell said that just still resonates with me to this day is he said, I realized I used to be able to do 10,000 things. And now I'm only able to do 9,000 things. So I have to think about the 9,000. I have to focus on the 9,000 things. What a lesson that was for me. Well, and to this day, a couple of weeks ago, I'm leaving the ball field. DJ, the pitcher on my team, said, hey, you were really crushing the ball today. I said, yeah, thanks. He said, everything except that first hit. I'm like, I know, because I had 2 doubles, a single, and a home run. But the first at bat, I dropped my shoulder, did a weak pop up to the second base. So you know what I said to DJ? I said, yeah. He said, you had a great thing, except for that first one. And I said, yes, of course. And which one do you think is going to haunt me all week long? Because that's how I think. Hey, if I would have just done that better, I could have went 5 for 5 instead of 4 for 5. And I think that's a healthy attitude to have until it isn't. Right? We got to strive for the best. We got to assume we can conquer, assume we're going to be able to always overcome everything, but then realize sometimes we're going to face a situation where we can't. And we got to go in the door on this side. We've got to be more creative. We have to think of a different way. Or like Mitchell did, said, hey, I used to be able to do 10,000 things. Now I got to focus on the 9,000 things. What do you think about that? Get down below and share me your thoughts. And let others know about the channel. If you're seeing this on Facebook, please share with your feed. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next week, have a great week. Peace. Love you guys. And live rich. Hey, make sure you come back next week. On Monday, we'll have an all-new show, and we're going to look at a fascinating subject for success, prosperity, relationships, health. Every area of prosperity, we're going to talk about why you have to question the premise.